Alright, guys. Since I'm here at the field, it's going to be real windy, but now I'm waiting for my dad to get here. I've got both balers here. Rake, we already turned the windrows. And hopefully they're both put together so we can use them. We worked on them yesterday. Got the little Rousey windrow turner, which has honestly been extremely useful. Way more useful than I thought it would be. The 569 on the 7810 and the 568 on the 7800. I gotta go through and grease them up real quick before my dad gets here. I got about an hour before he shows up. Just waiting on the hay to dry. It would have bailed. I mean, we probably could have bailed it yesterday and gotten away. We'd been fine with it, but it was just a little damp left. That Swather's conditioners did a fantastic job, and then that hay rake there did. I mean, it was a good deal because we were able to roll that windrow. And it cut probably 3 days off dry down. I mean, and I'm not messing around, but we just had a little bit of moisture left in a couple of the stalks, and we were just like, let's not push it. And then it rained on it last night. So, try to get a good product for these people, and so there's not hay fires or mold, and then it rains on it. So, yeah, I've got just a few little raindrops left in the hay, and waiting for that to dry down, and then we will start baling. But I'm gonna go through and grease this machine and grease that machine, and we'll go from there. But it'll if everything's working, this will be the first job that we've actually been able to use both balers and tractors at the same time on. That first job, that big job I was on, and I had them both there, but we were having troubles with the transmission in this tractor, and then that baler went down, and just so yeah, I hope we can both run them and they both work good, and we'll go from there. It'll make life a lot better if we can run two balers, but I'm not gonna make you sit here and listen to me in all this wind, so I'm gonna get to greasing these machines, and I'll get you some video while we're running. Okay, before I forget to do this, I was telling my wife the other day about this grease gun I bought. Let me get where it's not so terrible windy, and we'll do it. But I was telling her about this grease gun I had went and got a couple weeks ago. So I've got air grease guns, and I've got electric grease guns, and they just sometimes you get a grease zerk and they just, they won't stay on it, or they won't push grease through it. And this thing was pretty pricey. I found them cheaper. I bought it from a Napa that my sister-in-law has. So I paid $170 for it, but I saw them at Tractor Supply for $100, which that's fine with me. I'm also, Tractor Supply was also 50 miles from where I bought this, and these things aren't available in Clayton. But what it is, it's a lock and load grease gun. And what makes it so awesome is this little switch right here. You click that up to boost, it'll put 10,000 PSI behind it. I think that's what the box said, which I don't have the box anymore. I got rid of it the first day I had it. And then that'll put 20% more on volume grease per stroke than your average grease gun, which, this thing puts grease in things that I have never been able to get to take grease. I love this grease gun. I'm completely happy with everything I spent on it. and it's not threaded. You don't have a threaded tube. It's got a, like, so you slide this over to lock, or you slide it to unlock, and you just pull the tube out, and then when you slide it, you just put it back in. So I mean, that you're not sitting there fumbling with those little threads. The only thing I do need is one of those locking heads now, which this one works really well, but I mean, it's pretty good. I mean, I really like it. This is an awesome grease gun. So if you're gonna, you know, I'd go buy $14 grease guns and junk like that for little manual grease guns, because I just don't like them that much, and because I have a pneumatic one and an electric one, but I wanted one that would put some pressure behind it. So I got this, and man, it works. I mean, it really works. It is, they got a nice little roller up in there, heavy built. So if you're looking for a good manual grease gun, go, and like I said, they actually ended up selling them at I saw them at Tractor Supply while I was waiting for this hay to dry. It's a Legacy grease gun, and it's the Mega Boost model. So yeah, it's it's a lock and load tube. But I thought you guys might want to see that. I've been meaning to make a video about it, and I'm just kind of sitting here killing time. So, and yeah, I've seen where Larson Valley Farms had one of those locking heads. I think that would be great on this grease gun, really great. But yeah, so just kind of a little review of this really nice grease gun. So if you end up looking for one, I would recommend one of these to anybody. I'm very impressed with them. The one problem I have had with it is this got unscrewed a little bit. You know, probably more than halfway. And I was messing around with my loader, and I had a grease zerk that has been froze up forever. And I put it on there, and I put so much pressure off of it, it just blew all the threads off. I mean, it just put so much pressure, it just blew the threads completely off. So I had to take a pair of channel locks and thread it back on the last half of the threads. So that's another reason why I want one of the locking ones on it, to replace where I screwed this one up. But and it's not like they're cheap threads. It's just, I mean, I was cranking on it, gonna blow that crap out of there, and I found I blew something up. It wasn't what I wanted to, but yeah, get you go down, and if you got some spare money burning a hole in your pocket, and you have to grease stuff all the time, and you have a lot of hard grease zerks, I would get one of these. It might save you from having to pull the pins and completely clean everything out. So.